Alright, so what I want to do is show you how to create a new webinar in GoToWebinar. So once you log in, you'll come to this My Webinars page, and you can see here that there is an actual webinar that we have already created, which is actually running tomorrow on Friday. We have 12 registrants. So if we click this button, the number 12, you can see a list of all the people who have registered. So let's go back. If you click on the actual title of the webinar, you'll see that you can get into the details where you actually create, can edit the detail of the webinar. So you can see a registration link here, and email follow-ups that go through and so forth. So let me show you how to create a new one. Let's go back to My Webinars. Let's click on Schedule a Webinar. Now there's two ways you can schedule. You can copy an existing webinar, and you can see that if I click this, I can copy the one that's already there, and it copies all the settings, the dates, everything, and all that you have to really do is just change the date. But I want to make a new one. Let's make a new one that says the 5 lessons from the trenches using Angular. Okay, you can have a short description, how to use Angular without the hassle. And you can make this as long as you like. Normally you want a nice description in there, but the description doesn't really matter that much because we don't use GoToWebinar, GoToWebinar's landing page for people to sign up. We use a lead pages page, so not too important, this description, but good to have. You can have one session. You can make the webinar occur every day, every week, every month, or some custom schedule. We'll just do a one session. That's what we do mostly at SSW. We do have a recurring one for Fire Bootcamp, but at this point we are scheduling that every week manually. You can choose the date. So the date is really important. Sometimes we run events in the US, so we change the webinar time zone to Los Angeles time, but this one will run in Australia. We'll pick a date, say Wednesday the 14th, and then we pick a start time and end time. So all of this shows up on the webinar landing page. Then I click schedule, and you can see here that this is the information the GoToWebinar has about the webinar, and we can start making changes to this. So if you go through, we've got the title, we've got the description, we've got the time. Audio you normally just leave as standard. The branding, it is good to change, so it's good to upload a logo. So if it's Fire Bootcamp, you upload the Fire Bootcamp logo. If it's SSW, you upload the SSW logo. The custom image is an image that you can have to make the page look nice. And then also you can have a default theme. At this point, we're just using the default theme, not any colors, because we're not actually using it for people to sign up. But if we were, you'd want to choose something that's more SSW branded. And finally, this is a message that shows when someone actually logs on to the webinar, ready to watch it. And then lastly, you can have a list of presenters. We don't use this that much, but you can if you like. This is, you list the presenters in the waiting room when people are waiting, and you can see who's on there. We like to get onto the webinar well before other people, the attendees, sign up, so they actually see our screen and they see the landing page, the first page of our slides. So I'm going to click Save. Okay, we'll go back one. Go back again. Okay, organisers, you can see the organiser here is Brittany Lawrence, but we can change that to add a different organiser if you like. But I'll leave that for now. The other important thing is this is the link that if you want to invite someone to, you can send them and they can register on this link. And again, we don't use this at SSW. We'll integrate this webinar to a lead pages page, which looks a lot better. And if I go to Fire Bootcamp, GoToWebinar, you can see an example. So this is an example of a webinar, and if you click claim my spot, you'll see that you put your email address and first name in. So what was I going to say about this? I'll do another video to show you how to hook this up with lead pages, but basically when you click here and you put your details in, it gets put into GoToWebinar and also into MailChimp, those details. The other thing you want to change here is confirmation email. This is the email that gets sent. We normally leave this as a standard email. The reminders are very important. So we normally send a reminder 1 hour before, 1 day before, and I like to put 3 days before as well, just to remind people, and then you can save that. And that's pretty much it. That's all we change. So if you, so now you have everything ready to go. The next step is to integrate this with lead pages, which I'll create another video for.